So today I want to discuss the life of a content creator. It's not an easy job to do. People think you can just create content. Some days you have nothing to create and you have to find a way to create the content to keep your page going. My recommendation sometimes is that when you have a location, try and create as much content as possible. If you need to change your outfit, change your shirt, change the view where you are or the location where you are, and create more content and save it so you can have that to keep posting, the next day or the day after or the day after that. As a content creator, I'm also a destination wedding planner and event planner, and I manage a lot of social media as well. It's not easy to be doing weddings, doing events, managing your pages, doing blogs, managing TikTok, and also creating content. So usually the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, I go through my social media. I look at my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my X page. I look at my TikTok page, and I look and see what is happening, what people are doing. And I also look at other content creators' pages, and I, get an idea of the morning of what's happening, not just here in Jamaica, but around the world. Content creation is an art almost. You got to take your time. You got to not only create the videos and shoot the pictures. Some people are not photographers, they're not videographers, they're not editors. But for someone like me, I'm also not just creating the content, but I'm also voicing the content. Then I have to find a way to edit the content. Then I have to spend some time making sure that the content is good to go up, and I'm not, disregarding any laws, and especially music laws. And then I have to post it, and I have to post it on different platforms. TikTok, my restaurant channel, my event channel, my social media pages like my personal page. If I'm doing something around weddings, I have to do it on I Do Jamaica, Destination Wed Market, Jamaica Bridal Expo. If it's an international event, I have to look at how to tap into other groups and other pages abroad to get that content on it as well. So some people will say, well, why do I have to pay a content person or a content creator? Well, we are the ones that are creating that content for you. It doesn't have to have a truck behind me with 10,000 cameras and high-end lighting, but it's to the point and it's live. So when I go on a hotel property, I'm live on that property. I'm showing the beach, I'm showing the bathrooms, I'm showing the rooms, I'm showing the food. And you can't create that from somewhere in New York or California or somewhere in the world that you might have your marketing team. I'm on the ground and I'm doing it live. Not only am I creating a video, but I'm also going live on social media, and people can actually interact with you and interact with me and interact with guests. And that's why you have to pay a content creator. When you do a post, sometimes you get 500 views, sometimes you get 50,000 views. It just depends on the content and who is looking at it at that time. I went to a restaurant the other day. I just did a very basic post just for a fast food restaurant. 15,000 views. Restaurant can't pay for that. I went to a hotel the other day, and I was a guest at the hotel, and I did a review on the hotel, the property. I was there for a couple of days, and I did quite a bit of footage that I was able to share. And I just looked back at one post that I did, 99,000 views. Now, if the hotel was to pay me to be there, it's 99,000 views, then shares, then saves. People then go back and book rooms, they book their wedding. And we content creators don't make money on that. So we ask you, yes, it's nice to have a free holiday, but you need to pay your content creators. You need to pay your social media people that are pushing this for you through the content creator. And people are looking at what I'm doing and looking at what we're doing, and that's how we earn. And it's almost a full-time job, because even when you lie in bed at night, you're creating content, you're editing the content, you're looking at what to do for the next day. So it's not an easy job as a content creator. A lot of content creators are influencers. So when I'm at a property showing, this is the best place to get married, this is your hotel, this is for a wedding, come to this property, I am telling people that follow me use this property. I'm selling this property. I put my tick and my signature beside this property, and I give that property my 5-star. So people are going to go. And that's what content creators do. So as everybody wants to be a content creator, we all can do it. We have phones, we have tripods, we have microphones. The industry has changed. So whether it's a good review or a bad review, whether it's a restaurant review, an event review, a hotel review, you're shooting a wedding, you're just doing your daily life and just showcasing different things, it could be a bad review. You might go to a place and they gave you horrible service. Don't do a bad review right away. Go back again and see if it has changed, because sometimes people can have a bad day. So being a content creator, working on social media, managing events as well, and trying to get weddings and speaking to brides and trying to make sure that bride in that country will come to your country to get married, come to your hotel. You have brides that don't know what is happening around Jamaica, where to get married, how to get married, what hotel to get married. We're also doing that. I'm doing that as well as answering messages in the background, which you don't see. The amount of people asking questions on your social media page, sending you emails, replying to content that you have done. It's a full-time job. So a content creator is not an easy job. And a lot of people think they're influencers. You got to make sure if you're our influencer, you're influencing the right thing. You're doing the right thing, because so many people can watch you. Remember, 170 million people just in America follow TikTok. Over 1.5 billion people follow TikTok. Then there's YouTube, I think it's like $1 billion, a billion views an hour, something like that. Then there's Facebook, then there's an Instagram. So your post can go viral very quickly. So be careful what you say, be careful how you say it, choose your content right, especially if you're representing that property that you're on, because you can make it, you can break it, you can destroy it, or you can make it good. So as a content creator, people looking at content creator, this is what I do. I do it on a daily basis. If you need someone to help you promote your property, if you're in the wedding business and you want to teach somebody how to get married on your property, if you're having an event and you want help to plan your event, you can contact me. You can look at my channel. You can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, Peter Shakir or P Shooks, and I'm on TikTok. And I have a wide amount of following daily. But the life of a social media and a content creator is not easy. It's a hard job, and it's almost a job that you do 24 hours a day, and a lot of people don't understand how much work goes into it. You go to spend a holiday and you're shooting. You go to an event and you're shooting. You go to your own parties and you're shooting, because you're trying to create content. So you can follow me on eesja.com. That's my website for my event planning and wedding planning company, eesja.com. You can look at my bridal site, which is idojamaicamagazine.com. It has many vendors in Jamaica who offer weddings in Jamaica. That's idojamaicamagazine.com. And if you want to learn, you're somewhere in the world and want to learn about how to get married in Jamaica, how to choose your property, you can log on to petershakir.com. And if you want to become a wedding planner, a certified wedding planner, you can also log on to petershakir.com. There's a link you can click on. I'm happy to be a content creator for you, and I look forward to you watching my videos again soon. One love.